Hey, this is the June Scorpion, second feed of the week. Oh, he definitely wants that. Just a quick one. The frogs won't be actually featured twice in this week's feeding video, as I'm going to use that clip to talk about the next episode of Peck's Stories. So if you're looking for the second frogs feed, just go. It'll be uploaded before this, and it'll be just called Pet Stories 5, I think. And it'll have the tomato frogs in the title. So if you want to see the other feed, just go to that. If you don't want to hear the story, just mute it, that's fine. If people aren't interested in the story, it doesn't matter, but there's still a feed there. So if you want to watch that, watch that. Next feed will be all my tarantulas and an update on the house spider. Sorry about that, lost grip on my phone. My frogs have just been cleaned out, so I'm just going to feed them. There's absolutely loads of crickets in these boxes, more than 20 easily, about 25. Frogs' sensors are mainly based on movement, I think. That's why they're not getting the ones that aren't moving directly in front of them. That's just a guess, don't quote me on that. Just waiting for the rest of the locust to slowly jump out. Yeah, if you saw that, but the small one just got like 4 in a row. Yeah. Just grab this last locust. I'm going to start a new rule where I chuck everything in and just leave it for a minute and then end the clip, because I don't want this to be too long, because I have got other animals. So yeah. We'll cut it off there, because now it's just going to be mainly the big one jumping around trying to get them, and the small one just getting whatever she wants. We'll just wait for the big one to get that one, and then we'll finish it off. And she's got distracted. And I'll just leave them to finish. So that's my tomato frogs. They will be featured twice, as I said with my scorpion. They'll be featured twice this week, and so my tomato frogs. So see you in the next clip, which should be my scorpion. New feeding video, and first Hades the June Scorpion. Do you not want it? I don't think he wants to eat in front of the camera. Oh, he does. A very nice species of scorpion. I love the dark pattern on the back. It's very nice. Okay, we'll leave him to eat, and it might be, it'll be frogs next, and it'll be him again. Could still be featured twice in this week's feeding video, so moving on. Here's my wagon sling, and for once, she's actually using her hide. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if she'll go for it. We'll have to see. She might be in pre-molt because she's using a hide. But I'm going to leave the locust in anyway because they're harmless. But we'll see. Actually, go into a hide. Oh, no, it's going to climb up the tweezers. And it's escaped. for it. Sorry about that. Camera won't focus. Shouldn't seem to be too bothered. I might keep it in there anyway. She's just sat at the back. I don't know if you're able to see. You just see her abdomen. But yeah, just gonna leave that in there for her, and she'll take it out in a few days if she doesn't eat it. And now we'll move on to the next one. I forgot if I mentioned that is my wagon sling, and it is a suspected female called Bilbo. So yeah. Here is my giant house spider. You can see her there. And she's not going to get fed today because she has a sack. I'm just doing the rules that apply to most carnivorous invertebrates. And you don't feed them when they've got a sack or they've got eggs. Because centipede you don't feed. Scorpion you don't feed when she's actually carrying the eggs. Well, towards the end you don't. I'm not going into that because I'm not breeding scorpions yet. Tarantulas you don't feed when they've got a sack. And I can't remember what else, so I'm just going by that rule. So yeah, she's not getting fed, and I still don't know what to do with her sack. Because I don't want 100 odd tiny baby spiders running about, and that's why she's in 2 tanks. Because they actually can't climb. They can't climb the smooth plastic, but they can climb this stuff. So it's away from the lid, so they won't be able to climb out, and if they do escape from the first one, they'll just go into the bottom of this, and that's no trouble for me. So yeah, we'll move on to the actual next feeds. Here's Marceline, who hasn't really been eating it lately, but we'll see how she goes with this. Do you want it? Or are you just... And don't think she actually wants it, but we'll try once again. Do you want it? Nope. She's trying to throw a posture at it. Is she in pre-molt? Doesn't look like she's in pre-molt. I'll have a check and I'll update you in my AVIC video. I mean my AVIC bit, which is next, but I'll just check if she's actually in pre-molt. So, see you in the next one. By the way, this is my bee Bomi female Marceline. Keep forgetting to say that. Sorry. I wasn't too sure, but I think my bee Bomi is in heavy pre-molt. I'm not too sure because the lighting's quite bad. But we'll move on to the last one, which is my... I've got my... I don't know whether to do it because my fingers are a bit low down, but she's never really showed. Okay, see if she wants it. Usually she does. Oh, she wants it. She definitely wanted it. Can I have my tweezers back? I can't tell where she's got my tweezers. Oh, and she let go. Look at that fangs. Look at them. You won't want to get bit by them. Don't, of course, this is a avicula versicolor. She's called Banshee, and their venom's harmless really to us. It's just a bee sting really, unless you're allergic to insect venom. But them fangs could still probably do a decent amount of damage. But yeah. Absolutely gorgeous tea, and she is probably my best eater. Because since I've got her, she has not once said no to food. And yeah, so that's it for this week. Sorry that the bee bag and sling didn't eat, the house spider didn't get fed, and the bee bag and sling and the bee Bomi, they didn't eat. So sorry about that. But yeah. I'll see you in my next feeding video. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned this in my last feeding video. Not every week tarantulas will eat. I feed mine weekly. A lot of people feed them every 2 to 3 weeks, but I feed mine weekly. A lot of people do that, but it's the feeding videos aren't going to be as impressive. but I just like to do a weekly update, as if not, there would be about 4, if it was every 2 weeks to be 4, or if it was 3 weeks to be 6 frog videos, and that's way too long. So yeah, she's just trying to get it off the side of a log. Okay, see you in my next feeding video, or my next video even. So.